Let's talk about gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Oh yeah. Yeah.
What gives you so much energy? Gratitude.
All right, enough nonsense. What is happiness? And how do we get it? Is it money? Is it success? Is it money? Wait, I said money, didn't I? I must have money on my mind. Anyways, is it having good friends? You know, a large social group that makes you feel popular, makes you feel important? Is it beautiful cars? Is it beautiful women at your every beck and call? Is it cats? You know what? I really feel like the answer is cats. You know what? Like and subscribe. Forget about this whole video. Enjoy the rest of your day. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The answer to happiness is cats. There's quite a few answers to this question, right? It's very difficult to kind of drill down to the very core and fundamental answer to what is happiness. So I was having a conversation with a friend of mine the other day about this whole happiness debate. And she said something that was quite impactful and actually made a lot of sense to me. She said that happiness shouldn't be the goal, purely because happiness is just like any other emotion. It's here the 1 minute and then it buggers off the next. The more you try to hold on to it and keep it to yourself, the more elusive it seems to become. So I spent a couple of days pondering exactly what she said. And even though it made a lot of sense to me, I just wasn't happy. I wasn't happy kind of settling for the fact that happiness is fickle and that we shouldn't chase it. Because at the end of the day, we're human. We want to feel as happy as possible, as much as possible. And so I thought to myself, how can I hold on to this happiness or at least generate a level of happiness on a consistent basis? And you know what? After a lot of research and a lot of consideration, I think I may have found an answer. And so in this video, I want to share that practice with you in hopes that it might help you to find a certain level of happiness in your day-to-day life. So this breakthrough actually came to me while I was pumping iron at the gym the other day. I was busy repping out those sets. I was working my ass off. And then all of a sudden, I had a breakthrough. And I thought to myself, you know what? I've got it. Maybe it's not the fuzzy things in life that are responsible for our happiness. Maybe it's not the typical things like our friends or receiving gifts or experiencing love that really bring us true happiness and fulfillment. You know what? Maybe it's the bad things. Maybe it's the fact that if I could just get rid of every single obstacle and every single barrier in my life, maybe then I'll be able to find a level of happiness consistently. So this brilliant breakthrough actually came to me 5 minutes after I had stepped on the scale at the gym, right? And I've got this weight loss goal at the moment, so I'm trying to lose a certain amount of weight before mid-year. And so I stood on the scale, and as you may have guessed, I didn't lose any weight. I actually gained about half a kg. So I was pissed off. I was like, bro, this is so unfair. I didn't feel very happy in that moment, right? I was mad. I thought to myself, if I could lose this weight, then I would be happy. Only then I would feel good enough to go for my goals and talk to pretty girls and be able to feel the confidence that I've always wanted to feel. Only then could I be successful. As I continued to spiral into this negative cycle and I started just thinking about everything wrong with my life, this guy walked into the gym. And let me tell you, without being too descriptive, he was an old guy and he was incredibly disabled. Like, I didn't even know how he was going to lift a weight, never mind be at the gym that day. And upon seeing this man enter the gym, it's like all of my problems just suddenly melted away. Suddenly, I didn't feel so bad about my life and all the bad things that I was currently going through. And I started wondering about what it would be like to be him. And whoa, before you get all mad at me and say, Niall, how could you be such a dick, bro? Like, this old man is making the effort to come to the gym and you're sitting there like this high and mighty king, judging him as though you know his life. But the truth is, I had the utmost level of respect for this man because looking at him in the gym that day made me realize, you know what? I'm a little bitch. I am complaining about all these little petty problems that I think I have in my life, whereas this man is rocking up, he's showing up to the gym and he's working his ass off. What is wrong with me? Because despite the obviously bad hand this guy was dealt in life, he wasn't sitting at home depressed. He wasn't sitting there like me thinking about all the problems in his life and all the things that he's ungrateful for. And you know what? The craziest thing of all is that this man seemed genuinely happy to be at the gym that day. And it got me thinking, how the heck is this guy so happy right now? And then the answer suddenly hit me and the problem was solved. This man was clearly grateful. Clearly, my whole theory about removing the negativity in life is absolute rubbish, because if this man wasn't grateful, he would have used all the excuses that he actually truly had to stay away from the gym. He could have used the excuse of being old, having a physical disability, but he didn't. And despite all of his hardships, it made me realize that we all have so much to be grateful for. No matter what our situation is, no matter how shitty things may seem, there is always something to be thankful for. You see, friends, we spend our entire lives making excuses. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not strong enough. Or we have thoughts like, when I'm strong enough, then I'll be happy. When I'm beautiful enough, then I'll be happy. And by focusing and dwelling on all the things we don't have or can't do, we essentially block ourselves off from happiness. We stay absolutely stuck in this horrible cycle of never enough. The answer is gratitude. Gratitude changes absolutely everything. It's honestly starting to change my life in the most wonderful and profound ways. And let me show you exactly how it can change yours too. Stop whatever you're doing right now. Trust me. I want you to sit and think about the one thing or the one person or the one event that you are most grateful for in this entire world. Pause the video if you have to, really. Sit down, take a few minutes to really think about that one thing, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whether it's your dog, your cat, it could be anything, whether it's your family. Just take a minute to think about exactly what it is you are most grateful for, the one thing that you simply can't live without. Tell me, how do you feel right now? Do you feel happy? Do you feel joyful? Do you feel at peace? You suddenly feel a whole lot better, don't you? Almost as though this weight has been lifted off your shoulders. Now just imagine doing this every single day. Imagine doing this for a week, for a month, for an entire year. Just imagine how much your life could change and how much more happiness you could bring into your experience by just simply sitting down every single day and thinking about one thing, or maybe a few things, that you are truly grateful for. How happy would you be if you could always see the silver lining to any situation, no matter how terrifying or terrible that situation really is? All right, little disclaimer before we do this, but this may be a bit messed up, so forgive me, but I find this to be an incredibly powerful practice as well. I want you to think of that thing again that made you extremely grateful, and I want you to imagine that that thing is taken away from you right now. Imagine that you can no longer have or even see that person or that thing anymore. Feels pretty shit, doesn't it? Quite terrible, actually. Wake up and smell the roses, my friend. You are still alive, which means that you still have the opportunity and the chance to tell that person that you love them and to be truly grateful for all the love and joy that they give to you and that they provide to your life. It's not too late. Gratitude is so powerful simply because it has the power to remind you that even on your darkest days, even through your worst times, there is always a meaning to life. There is always a reason to get up and to keep on living and to keep on loving, no matter what you're going through. The very first thing you want to start doing is create a morning gratitude journal. So every day when you wake up, get out a piece of paper or take a book that you can keep all of your gratitude inside of. Open up that book and simply write down 3 things that you are grateful for. Just 3 things, and watch your entire life miraculously change. And don't just write down these 3 things, close the damn book, and then go about your day like nothing happened. No. I want you to sit down there like we just did earlier in the video. Look at those 3 things, close your eyes, and really feel the joy and the gratitude that those things bring you. If you want to learn a simple practice that will help you develop your imagination and use that imagination to turn your goals into reality, I actually did a video on visualization that would be very, very helpful in this context as well. So give that a watch. But Niall, what if I don't have anything to be grateful for? What if I just can't think of anything? I can tell you right now that so many of you are making the simple mistake in thinking too big. You are thinking about the massive things to be grateful for, like the fact that I have a really large and loving family, or the fact that I have a really fancy car. You're thinking too big, and inevitably you'll run out of things to be grateful for. You want to think small. Think of the little things to be grateful for. The fact that you have running water, the fact that you have a voice to be able to speak and communicate with others. And what you really don't understand is that your little things may be somebody else's big thing. The fact that you have running water in your tap today may be an absolute dream come true for somebody living in a rural area who doesn't even have water. They have to walk to a dam to get their water. And you know what? Even that person has something to be grateful for. And the sad reality is that there's probably somebody out there right now that is dying, literally dying of thirst and hunger. And you don't have that problem. But Niall, what if I'm in a really bad situation, bro? Like, what if life is just super terrible for me right now and I just can't bring myself to be grateful or be happy about anything? Listen, bro, I really, really do feel for you. It's horrible to be in a bad situation. But I'm just going to tell you right now the honest truth. And that truth is that dwelling on the situation is not going to help you in one single way. It's not going to help you a bit. In a battle between reality and perspective, perspective always wins. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. You may not always have control over what life does to you, the hand that you are dealt, but you sure as hell always have the control to change your perspective, to see things in another way. That is the only thing that is truly up to you. And when you realize it, that is the only thing that actually matters. Write down the problem that you're currently experiencing and try your very hardest to list all of the things that you're grateful for about this problem. The fact that maybe this challenge is making you stronger. Maybe it's going to teach you something that you never knew. Maybe it's going to make you a better human being far beyond what you could have ever imagined for yourself. Doing this simple practice reminds you that your suffering will not be for nothing, and that the only way to truly grow and become a better human being is to experience and face pain head on with courage and integrity. You'll notice a lot of people around you, or maybe even yourself, will have this common saying, I have to do something, right? I have to go to gym, or I have to go to work, or I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. All of these I have tos. And those I have tos are actually what's making you miserable. If you want to be really happy, you need to start learning how to change these I have tos into I get tos. So instead of saying, I have to go to gym today, I have to be there and I have to work out, you can say, I get to go to gym. Because the truth is, there are so many people that don't have that luxury. I get to record these videos for you and for myself, to be honest. And for that opportunity, I am so grateful. I'm grateful for every single one of you who like, subscribe, and share my content. You mean the world to me, and I love you. I know that's gay as fuck, but I love you guys. While you're at it, comment down below the 3 things that you are grateful for today. Show me that you're going to put these things into practice and that you're going to turn gratitude into a daily routine that will make you so much happier and so much more grateful for the beautiful life that you really do have. You are my thing to be grateful for today. So thanks.